Hey there, this is Margaret and welcome to my YouTube channel Grammar Buzz Learning Made Easy. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Verbs, eh? What would we do without them? Well, not really very much, you see, because verbs are words that describe the action that we do. English verbs can take two forms, you see, regular and irregular verbs. And they are the subject of this video today. Today we are going to learn about regular and irregular verbs. Learning the pattern of regular verbs and understanding irregular verbs really helps us to understand English and be fluent in its speaking. One of the reasons speakers often come across as not natural speakers of English is because they choose the wrong verb forms. Getting this right makes us come across as natural and fluent speakers of English. But before we move on with the main part of the lesson today, you know what? Let us quickly know about the lesson objectives. And yes, the lesson objectives today aims at helping us to know what are regular and irregular verbs, identify them, and know how to form them. So, it's time for a little revision, a little throwback time, you see. Well, we already know that words that denote an action are known as verbs. You already know that, right? They are also called action verbs because they denote actions. And verbs are compulsory to make a meaningful sentence. We have already discussed these in our previous video, that words that denote an action are known as verbs. Verbs are also called action verbs, and verbs are compulsory to make a meaningful sentence. We can never have a sentence without verbs. Well, during the discussion on forms of verbs in my previous video, we got to know that verbs change as per tense, and they can be divided into three forms, that is the base form, the past form, and the past participle form. Now let us look into a few examples of the three forms. Let us take the example of wait in the base form, and the past form of wait is waited, while the past participle form is waited too. See, the past form and the past participle form both are the same. And if you have noted closely, you will observe that the verb wait in the past and past participle form have been formed by simply adding ed to the base form wait. Well, what about this one? That is speak. However, for converting the base form or the base form of verb speak to its past form and past participle form, we do not use any ed. The past form of speak is spoke and the past participle form is spoken. If you note, this form of verb does not follow the pattern of adding an ed to change itself to the past form or the past participle form. So, what are verbs that follow a regular pattern to convert their root form or base form to past or past participle form known as? Well, to put it simply, they are called regular verbs. So what are regular verbs? Well, regular verbs in English create the past simple and past participle by adding ed, d, or ied to the base form of verb. Yes, it's that simple, you see. So regular verbs in English form their past simple and the past participle by adding ed, d, or ied to the base form of verb. Well, then what about irregular verbs or verbs that do not follow a regular pattern to convert their root form to past or past participle form? What are they known as? Well, we simply call them irregular verbs. That's because they do not follow any regular pattern. So what are irregular verbs? Irregular verbs in English do not follow any pattern to form their past and past participle form, unlike regular verbs. Great! Now that we already know what are regular verbs, it is time for us to find out how they are formed. Alright, to begin with, most regular form of verbs are formed by adding ed to their base form, right? And our example sentence is, James painted the house red. James painted the house red. Note the verb painted in the sentence. It is the ed form of the base verb paint. Note the base form of the verb, that is paint, and in order to convert it to the past form, we simply add an ed and we form it as painted, and even the past participle form is painted. Few other examples of the ed form of verbs are walk, walked, walked, work, worked, worked, dance, danced, danced. Note, all the verbs in this form have been converted to their past and past participle form by simply adding an ed to the base form of the verb. Hey, why don't you do something? Can you find out 3 other verbs which follow this pattern of changing the base form to the past and past participle by adding ed to them? You could even pop them in the comment box. Well, you already know most regular verbs are formed by adding ed to the base form of verb. But if a verb already ends in e, then we simply add a d to convert it into the past and past participle. Remember that if a verb already ends in the letter e, then we simply add a d to convert it into past and past participle. Say for example, I always liked the winters. I always liked the winters. Note the verb liked in the sentence. The base verb like ends in e, and so we simply add a d to convert it to its past and past participle form. Simple so far, right? All you need to remember is, if a base verb already ends in e, you simply add a d to convert it to its past and past participle form. Few other examples of verbs following this pattern are agree, agreed, agreed, die, died, died, lie, lied, lied. Simple, right? Well, there are some verbs that can be converted into their past and past participle form by adding IED to the base form of the verbs. Yes, just by adding IED. And how do we do that? Well, let us take the example of the baby cried loudly. Note the verb cried in the sentence. The base verb cry ends in a Y. So, for verbs that end in Y, we simply change the Y to I and then add ED to convert it to its past and past participle form. Well, that's the trick. If the verb ends in Y, you simply change the Y to I and then add ED to convert it to its past and past participle form. And the past form of cry is cried and the past participle is cried too. Note, we have changed the Y to I and then we have added an ED for both the past and the past participle form. Few other examples of verbs following this pattern are marry, married, married, carry, carried, carried, and study, studied, studied. Note, all the three forms of base verb end in a Y And in order to convert it to its past and past participle form, we have simply changed the Y to I and added an ED. Simple, right? Okay, now that you already know what are regular verbs and what are the different patterns in which we convert the regular verbs, it's time for us to move on with irregular verbs. Yes, the very name irregular tells us that these verb forms do not follow any set pattern to form their past and past participle forms. A top tip is to learn irregular verbs in 4 separate groups. I have called each group by a name which will surely help you to remember them. Sadly, there is no other way beyond the hard graphs of learning and practicing because, as the name suggests, irregular verbs do not follow a pattern. So, the 4 groups of irregular verbs are Group 1, the constant group, Group 2, the common past, Group 3, simply different, and Group 4, the full mix. Remember the 4 groups? Group 1, the constant group, Group 2, the common past, Group 3, simply different, and Group 4, the full mix. Now, let us try to understand these groups of verbs one at a time. So, shall we begin? Let's get going. Well, the first group, that is the constant group, consists of irregular verbs where the same form is used in the base, past simple and past participle. Remember that the first group, that is the constant group, the name constant suggests it's the same. That is the first group. Again, I'm repeating, the first group, the constant group, is the group where the base, the past simple and the past participle forms are the same. Let us take the example of the verb hurt. And the base form of sentences, I have just hurt my leg. The simple past is yesterday I hurt my leg. And the past participle is my leg was hurt. Note, in all the 3 forms, there is the base form, the past form and the past participle form of verb, that is hurt, and it remains the same or constant. Simple so far, right? Few other examples of verbs that fall under the constant group are let, put, cut, cut. Note, in all the 3 forms, that is the base form, the past form and the past participle form of verb, remains the same or constant. Moving on with the second group, that is the common past, which consists of irregular verbs where the same form is used in the simple past and the past participle. Remember, the second group, the common past, is the group where the irregular verbs remain the same for the past simple and the past participle. Let us take the example of the verb find. And the base form of sentences, I can't find my glasses. The past form is I found my glasses. And the past participle is my glasses were found. Note, only the past simple and the past participle form of the verb remain the same, that is found, while the base form of the verb is different, that is find. Few other examples of verbs that fall under this group is buy, and the past form is bought, past participle is bought too. Feel, past form felt, past participle felt. Here, past form heard, past participle heard. Hey, can you think of few other examples which might fall into this group? Well, you can even pop them in the comment box. So, remember, the common past group consists of verbs where the past simple and the past participle form of verb remain the same, while the base form of verb is different. Well, moving on with the third group of verb, that is the simply different group. Yes. The third group, that is the simply different group, consists of irregular verbs where the base form and the past participle remains the same while the past simple is different. Remember that the third group, that is the simply different group, consists of irregular verbs where the base form and the past participle remains the same while the past simple is different. Well, let us take the example of the verb run. And our base sentence is I run every day. Simple past is he ran to the finish line and the past participle is his race was run. Note, the base form and the past participle form of the verb run remains the same while the simple past form is different, that is ran. Well, some more examples of verbs that might fall under the simple different group is come, past form came, past participle come. Become, past form became, past participle become. Well, moving on with the fourth group, that is the full mixed group. Well, the fourth group, that is the full mixed group, consists of irregular verbs where all the three forms, that is the base, the past participle and the simple past is different. Yes, as the name suggests, it's a full mix. That means this group consists of irregular verbs that are different for the base form, the past simple and the past participle form. Well, let us take the example of the verb write. And our base sentence is I love to write. Past sentence is I wrote the letter and the past participle is the written letter is sent. Note, in all the three forms, that is the base form, the past form and the past participle form of the verb, write is different. Well, few other examples of this form is be, past form was or were and past participle been. Choose, past form chose and past participle chosen. Eat, past form ate and past participle eaten. Well, can you think of few other verbs which might fall into this group? Well, don't forget to pop them in the comment box. Good job, I know you'll do it quite well. And now it's time for us to remember. Yes, so what do we need to remember? What is it that we need to remember? Well, all we need to remember is regular verbs form the past simple and the past participle by adding ed, d or ied to the base form. And irregular verbs do not follow any pattern to form their past and past participle form. You simply need to memorize them. Well, with that we are heading on with our practice time. And you know what? I love this section. So, it's a practice time. And what do? Well, I will be showing you some verbs and you will have to sort them into the regular or irregular verb groups. So, shall we begin? And here we go. And this is your verb list. And your verbs are come, buy, bring, wish, sit, understand, desire, translate, hop, belong, overthrow, design, forget, misspell, sort. Now, all you need to do is divide them or select and put the verbs into the proper groups of regular and irregular ones. I know you will do it quite well. So, your clock starts ticking now. And here we go. Hey, have you sorted it already? Have you? Are you able to differentiate which are the regular and irregular verbs? I think you can because you are a smart one. So, tick tick 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5. And I think you have already done it. So let's share our list together. And this is what it is. For regular verbs, we have wish, desire, hope, translate, hop, belong, design, and sort. And the irregular verbs are bring, sit, understand, overthrow, forget, misspell. So, have you got it all right? I think you have, and that's a great job. That's a good job that you have done. That was a real fantastic job that you have done, and I hope this video has helped you understand what are regular and irregular verbs and how we form them. Well, if you have any questions at all, you know what to do. Just pop them in the comment box and I'll get back to you. So, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, share, press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Well, this is Margaret signing off for today. Take care of yourself and bye.